In a borrowed land, master storyteller Siñot Peter Onedera interweaves forgotten tales of those caught between history and heritage from the impacts of World War II. The 203-page book tells the untold stories of Guam's Nikkei, people of Japanese descent.
The Nikkei community were accused of being on borrowed land, and quite honestly, those Japanese Chamorros in those days of the war were considered people, or they considered themselves to be people without a country, because the Chamorros the Japanese soldiers and military officials looked down on them.
The project spans decades and stitches together 14 personal accounts before, during, and after the Japanese occupation. It started as a class project at the University of Guam back in 1987, when there were still many Issei, or first-generation Japanese, like Guam Association of Nikkei President Monica Guzman's grandfather.
It might be uncomfortable for some people to read, and as I read it, I also felt the hurt, and the anger. But I also felt the love that this Nikkei community felt for each other in bonding together.
Unraveling the threads of their experiences wasn't easy, as Onedera was often turned away.
A lot of tear-jerking moments when I was actually talking to the 14 individuals who ended up being my sole source of information.
The story also unveils the discrimination he and many Nikkei faced decades after the war ended. He says when he was 6 years old, a drunk man would throw rocks at his Sinahonya home and curse at his family every day.
The words that I remember to this very day, Hamzo ni mansapanis, manyasaga Hamzo gi za Guam ni tanotamoro za ensakiha, which meant that you Japs are just living on borrowed land here on Guam that you stole. And I never forgot that.
Though he was hesitant to publish the book as many continue to heal, it's the first time this perspective of the war is being told during Guam's 80th liberation.
There's no written document of what the Japanese Chamorros have gone through. You have Japanese heritage. You're invaded by the Japanese. What does that say? How do you act during that time? And I think I just want to congratulate Peter for actually putting it down. And I think it's a good book.
The result reveals a tapestry of struggle and resilience waiting to be discovered.